From French clones to gas-turbine predators, America built the industrial engine that outproduced the world. Witness the evolution from Tin Lizzie scouts to 21st century digital hunters. American steel, forged by conflict and refined by high-tech innovation. The humble origins, 1917 to 1939. M1917. Meet America's first heavy hitter, which was actually a French import. This Americanized Renault FT-17 clone proved that the United States was ready to learn, providing the blueprint for every turreted tank that followed. Ford 3-ton M1918. The Tin Lizzie of the trenches. This tiny, two-man experimental box was built to be cheap and fast, using Ford's mass production magic to prove that quantity could be a weapon of its own. M1 combat car. The 1930s Speedster. Technically a car to bypass military bureaucracy, this light tank traded heavy guns for high-speed scouting, setting the stage for the American cavalry doctrine. M2 light tank. The 1935 machine gun nest. Looking like a boxy apartment on tracks, it was a testing ground for the vertical volute spring suspension that would eventually carry the legendary Sherman into battle. The arsenal of democracy. 1940 to 1945. M3 Stuart. The 1941 Honey. Fast, nimble, and reliable. British crews loved it because it handled like a dream. It was the ultimate scout that could outrun anything it couldn't outshoot. M3 Lee. The 1942 Seven Brother Home. A desperate stopgap with two guns and a skyscraper silhouette. It was clunky and weird, but it gave the Allies the heavy 75mm firepower they needed in the North African desert while they waited for a better design. M4 Sherman. The 1942 global workhorse. The tank that won the war. It wasn't the heaviest or the strongest, but it was the most reliable and easy to repair. From the sands of Iwo Jima to the streets of Berlin, the Sherman was everywhere, evolving from a 75mm support tank to the high-velocity 76mm Easy 8 that could take on the best of the Panzers. M4A3E2 Jumbo. The 1944 heavyweight brawler. A Sherman with extra thick skin designed to lead the charge and soak up German anti-tank fire. It was the ultimate breakthrough shield for the United States infantry. M22 Locust. The 1943 airborne midget. A light tank designed to be dropped from a glider. It was tiny, fragile, and brave, a clear signal that the United States wanted armor in the air as well as on the ground. M24 Chaffee. The 1944 Cadillac of tanks. A sleek, low-profile light tank that packed a 75mm punch. It replaced the Stuart and proved that a light scout could still be a legitimate threat on a modern battlefield. M26 Pershing. The 1945 Tiger Hunter. America's first true heavy tank to see combat. With a massive 90mm gun and thick armor, it was the answer to the German Big Cats and the bridge into the Cold War era. The early Cold War, the Patton dynasty, 1946 to 1959. M41 Walker Bulldog. The 1951 Barking Dog. A high-speed, 1950 Scout designed for the Korean War. It was agile, featured a punchy 76mm gun, and showed the world that American light tanks were becoming global competitors. M46 Patton. The 1948 Transition. A refined Pershing with a much better engine and transmission. It was the first in a legendary line named after the famous general, designed to hold the line against the rising Soviet threat. M47 Patton. The 1951 Emergency Evolution. Blending a new turret with the M46 hull, it featured early optical rangefinders and better fire control, proving that American electronics were becoming the tank's secret weapon. M48 Patton. The 1953 Cold War icon. Featuring a revolutionary hemispherical turret and turtleback armor, the M48 became the backbone of NATO. It fought from the jungles of Vietnam to the deserts of the Middle East, proving to be one of the most versatile platforms ever built. M103 Heavy Tank. The 1957 Soviet Smasher. A 65-ton giant built for one purpose: killing Soviet IS-3 tanks from miles away. With a massive 120mm gun and a turret that looked like a space capsule, it was the ultimate long-range sniper of the 1950s. The shift to MBTs. 1960 to 1979. M60. The 1960 Patton's final form. The first true American main battle tank. It ditched the round curves for a sleek hull and carried the world standard 105mm L7 gun. It was the primary shield of the Western world for 3 decades. M60A1 and A2. The 1970s experimentals. The A1 brought a better turret, while the A2 Starship tried to use a 152mm gun that fired both shells and missiles. This starship was high-tech and futuristic, but it proved that sometimes simpler is better. M5 Sheridan, the 1967 flying missile, an aluminum-hulled light tank that could swim and be dropped by parachute. It featured a massive gun launcher and fought through the thickest jungles of Vietnam, proving the United States could put a big gun anywhere on Earth. MBT-70, the 1970s Western Rebel, a joint project with West Germany that pushed the boundaries of sci-fi tech. It featured a driver in the turret, hydropneumatic suspension, and a massive engine. Though it was too expensive for production, it paved the way for the greatest tank of all time. The Abrams Revolution, 1980 to 2010. M1 Abrams, the 1980 gas-turbine revolution, a complete departure from everything that came before. Powered by a jet engine and protected by secret Chobham-style composite armor, it was fast, quiet, and nearly indestructible. It was a digital predator designed to hunt in the dark. M1A1, the 1985 uranium hammer, the version that dominated the Gulf War. It added a 120mm smoothbore gun and depleted uranium armor inserts. During Desert Storm, these tanks could kill T-72s before the enemy even saw them on radar. M1A2, the 1992 Digital King, bringing the brains to the brawn. This version added the commander's independent thermal viewer and a digital battlefield management system. It allowed American crews to share target data in real time, turning a group of tanks into a single, thinking organism. M1A2 SEP series, the 2000s refinements. Each system enhancement package added better armor, improved electronics, and better cooling for the grueling desert heat of Iraq and Afghanistan. Contemporary era, 2011 to 2025. M1A2 SEPV3, the 2017 Digital Apex, the current heavyweight champion. It features next-gen armor, an auxiliary power unit to save fuel, and a data link for smart shells. It's a rolling computer that happens to carry a 120mm cannon. M10 Booker, the 2023 airborne brawler. Not quite a tank, but a mobile protected firepower vehicle. It brings Abrams-level tech to a lightweight frame that can support airborne troops, proving that the light tank concept is back and deadlier than ever. Abrams X, the 2022 stealthy science fiction future. A technology demonstrator that looks like it jumped out of a movie. It features a hybrid electric engine for silent watch, an unmanned turret, and an integrated artificial intelligence system to assist the crew. M1E3, the 2024 Next Generation project. A total rethink of the Abrams platform to make it lighter, more sustainable, and ready for the drone-filled battlefields of the future. It marks the shift from the heavy metal era to the smart metal era. From the mud-clogged tracks of 1917 to the silent-running hybrids of the 2020s, American tanks have always been about one thing: industrial dominance. They started by following the French, but they ended by leading the world. The United States didn't just build tanks. They built the arsenal of democracy that redefined land warfare forever. Keep watching, because next, we're heading to the birthplace of the Renaissance to see the sleek and stylish steel of the Italian army.